Imagine your favorite chocolate company has a problem. Its costs have increased by 15%, and it has 3 choices. It can raise the price, it can make the bar smaller, or it can keep the wrapper, weight, and price exactly the same, but quietly replace some of the cocoa with cheaper ingredients. Which option would annoy you most? Most people already know about shrinkflation. The packet looks almost identical, but there is less inside. Yet companies have another option that is harder to measure, harder to notice, and for many customers, far more infuriating. Instead of giving you less product, they can give you a worse product. It is called skimpflation. And new research suggests it may be the hidden price rise consumers hate most. Skimpflation is what happens when the price and apparent quantity stay similar, but the quality falls. In food, that could mean reducing a key ingredient and replacing part of it with water, filler, sugar, or flavoring. In a physical product, it could mean a thinner material or a component that wears out sooner. In a service, it might mean fewer useful features, worse support, or a lower quality experience for the same subscription price. That does not mean every recipe update or redesigned service is skimpflation. Products change for safety, availability, health requirements, and customer preferences too. The important question is whether the customer is receiving less value while the headline price makes the offer look unchanged. And that unchanged price is the clever part. When a price rises from $4 to $5, your brain notices immediately. When a box drops from 500 grams to 450, you can find the change on the label if you look closely. But how many people photograph an ingredient list every time they shop? How clearly do you remember the texture of a biscuit from 6 months ago? Or the exact quality of customer support included when you first subscribed? Quality is not printed in one convenient number. That makes it an unusually quiet place to cut costs. A 2026 paper in the Journal of Consumer Research tested this across 10 pre-registered studies. In one experiment involving more than 1,500 participants, people considered 3 responses to rising business costs: increase the price, reduce the size, or reduce the quality. 29% judged the price increase unfair. For a size reduction, that rose to just over 49%. But when quality decreased, more than 68% called it unfair. The same broad pattern appeared with both chocolate and a streaming service. So this reaction is not only about food. People appear to care deeply about preserving the core experience they thought they were buying. And there is a reason. If a chocolate bar becomes smaller, you can buy another bar. It costs more, but the original taste still exists. If the price rises, you can decide whether the same bar is worth paying more for. But if the recipe changes, the product you liked may no longer exist at any price. The choice has been made for you. Consumer organizations have started documenting this by comparing old and new ingredient lists. Verbraucherzentrale Hamburg, an established German consumer center, maintains an archive of reformulated products. Across its documented cases, ingredients such as beef, butter, and hazelnuts were reduced, while cheaper alternatives, water, fillers, or flavorings appeared in the new formulations. That does not automatically make those changes illegal, and it does not prove every reformulation is deceptive. But it reveals why skimpflation is so difficult to spot. The evidence may be buried in 2 ingredient lists printed months apart. Now return to the chocolate choice from the beginning. In another part of the 2026 study, participants faced a decision with real consequences. They could choose a 100-gram chocolate bar with 85% cocoa at a higher price. They could keep the old price and receive a smaller 85-gram bar. Or they could keep the old size and price, but receive a bar with 70% cocoa, with more sugar and flavoring making up the difference. Pause for a second and choose. Higher price, smaller bar, or less cocoa? Almost half chose the smaller bar. About a third accepted the higher price. Only 17.8% chose the version with less cocoa. The quality reduction came last by a wide margin. This creates a strange problem for businesses. Customers may punish skimpflation more harshly than a visible price rise, but only after they discover it. Before discovery, the shelf price still looks competitive. The packet still looks familiar. The customer may continue buying from habit. So is this illegal? In Australia, the ACCC gives a surprisingly direct answer. Reducing a product's size or switching to cheaper and lower quality ingredients while maintaining or increasing the price is not illegal by itself. However, businesses still cannot make false or misleading claims about price, ingredients, or quality. And skimpflation by itself does not prove that a supermarket is charging an illegally excessive price. In other words, this product became worse, and this company broke the law are completely different claims. That distinction matters. It is also why angry posts based only on memory can be unreliable. A product can taste different because its recipe changed, because it was manufactured somewhere else, because an ingredient varied naturally, or simply because your memory is imperfect. If you want to detect skimpflation properly, you need evidence. First, photograph the ingredient list and nutrition panel of products you buy regularly. You do not need to do this for everything. Start with expensive favorites and products where one key ingredient defines the experience. Second, look at percentages. Ingredients are normally listed by weight, but a percentage change can reveal more than the order alone. If the cocoa, meat, fruit, or nut content falls, ask what replaced it. Third, compare the unit price as well as the recipe. A product can suffer shrinkflation and skimpflation at the same time. Less of it, made more cheaply, for the same shelf price. Fourth, ignore the front of the package for a moment. Words like new, improved, or now even better are marketing claims, not measurements. Turn it around and compare what actually changed. Finally, for services, record what your subscription included when you joined. Storage limits, advertising, support, delivery times, and useful features can change even when there is no ingredient label to inspect. But the most interesting finding in the research was not that consumers hate quality cuts. It was what happened when companies were transparent. When a quality change was communicated clearly, the extra skimpflation penalty became substantially smaller. People still might not like the change, but openness reduced the sense that something had been quietly taken from them. That suggests the real issue is not merely getting less. It is discovering that the product you trusted changed, while the familiar package encouraged you not to notice. Shrinkflation changes the amount in your hand. Skimpflation changes the thing you came back for. So the next time a familiar product feels strangely worse, do not immediately accuse the company, and do not assume you imagined it either. Turn the packet around, check the numbers, compare the old label if you can. Because the most effective price increase may be the one that never changes the price at all. If you have a product or service that you believe became worse, leave its name and what changed in the comments. We will investigate the strongest examples using old labels, archived pages, and reliable sources for a future episode.